Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukutali.
And top of the morning to you. This is Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And continuing with our coverage of current affairs and politics in view of the latest reappointment of Ranil Wickremesinghe as Prime Minister and expecting a new cabinet as well. We have this morning with us the Propaganda Secretary of the JVP, Mr. Vijitha Herath, with us this morning. Very good morning to you, Mr. Herath.
Yes, good morning.
Nice to have you on the program after many, many months, a long time.
Yes, after a long time.
Now then, many things have happened since you were last here.
Yeah.
All sorts of things have happened. What is in the future for the people of Sri Lanka between now and the next election?
Actually, we cannot forecast what will happen in future.
Yeah.
It depends on the political situation. But we have faced so many difficulties during last 50 days.
Yeah.
Because of the executive presidency in our country.
Yeah.
That's why from the very beginning, that's mean in 1978, we opposed the executive presidency system. The one person can control the whole country and whole people without considering other people's consent to other people's attitudes or other people's economy and social factors.
Right.
The 26th of last October, President did a wrong thing. Actually, he violated our constitution.
But Mr. Herath, nobody's, they didn't go to court about that. They went to court about the dissolution, not about, because when the national government fell apart, when the UN, when the SLFP members withdrew from the coalition government, then obviously the leftover didn't have enough numbers.
Yeah. Actually, anybody did not go before the court demanding that clause.
Yeah.
But we have power in Parliament. We can change it in the Parliament. Yeah. In 14th of November, we did it.
Right.
We took a no confidence motion against the MR and MR's government, and we won that. The 14th of November, it was passed, and again, 16th of November, there was another NCM. That NCM also was passed by the Parliament.
Yeah.
That is the system.
But this system, Mr. Herath, for sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, when I look at this system, I think it's designed either to protect one person or to attack another person or persons. For example, the way I look at it, the 19th Amendment, yes, it sought to cancel out the 18th Amendment and return the two-term limit to the presidency, and also to reduce certain powers. But also in between all that, they introduced a clause, one, to ban people with dual nationality to participate in politics in this country. That was clearly, let's say it up front and open, there was obviously to put aside Basil Rajapaksa, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, all of these people were dual nationals. Then they raised the age limit for leadership. Nobody was paid any attention about that, even though the claim was that this was to get rid of Nama and so on. Nobody even thought, because it's too young anyway, right? But in between all this is what we feel sometimes, that these things are small engineering going on, just a little fine-tuning here, fine-tuning there. And today we are living, and then the other thing, Mr. Herath, is, why should the people have to wait 4.5 years?
No, we won't protect anybody.
Yeah.
The NCM does not mean protecting one person against some person or group of persons. actually we wanted to protect our constitution.
Right.
That is the basic rule of our country.
Yeah.
The president or anybody cannot violate a constitution.
So what about the speaker and the way he acted in parliament?
He is correct. He is perfect correct.
Really?
He did, yes.
How did he manage to hear?
Yeah, I will come to that point because I want to explain your question.
Yeah.
In that no competition motion, there are two clauses.
Right.
First clause is was the gazette notifications, which was issued by the president.
Yeah.
Those two gazette notifications were illegal. The removing prime minister and appointing new prime minister. There were two gazette notifications.
Right.
Both of them were illegal.
Right.
That is the first clause.
Right.
The second clause, the prime minister and all other ministers has no any confidence in this parliament. That is the second clause.
Yeah.
The NCM, the passing of NCM means the first paragraph.
Right.
That means that gazette notifications are illegal.
Yeah.
And the second paragraph means that the Prime Minister MR and other ministers, so-called ministers, have no right to continue their portfolios.
Right.
That is correct. Actually, in our standing orders, there is a procedure. 135. That's a number of that standing orders. Correctly explain that if there is an urgent matter, we can suspend any one or more standing orders.
So you can suspend all the standing orders.
If we want, we can do it with the support of majority of the parliament.
Right.
That is clearly explained in 135 clause.
Okay.
Therefore, the speaker speaker gave a chance to the floor, to the parliament, to take a decision.
Right.
The majority, with the support of the majority of the parliament, we did it. That's the normal way.
Just this man who's what, I don't know how old he is, 67, 70, whatever. In between all this sound,
no,
Speaker Karujaya Surya heard the sound and he said, well, you know, the ayes have it.
Yes, there is a clause. That powers,
so it's the opinion of the Speaker.
That powers also given by the standing orders to him.
So technically,
if all other members bothering to take a normal vote, the final stage he can do it. It clearly says in that standing orders. The problem was the UPFA side. They tried to obstruct to take a normal vote. That is the reason Speaker wanted to take such type of vote. It is also a legal system. The second thing you asked, the 19th Amendment. Somebody can say 19th Amendment is based on the dual citizens and limiting the age limit. That is their view. But the main objective of 19th Amendment was to reduce the powers of the executive president. And
does it say anywhere that you can reduce that and pass it on to the Prime Minister?
Not Prime Minister. Right. To the parliamentary, that is more the Constitutional Council. That is that some powers of executive powers transferred to Council and some powers transferred to Parliament, not to Prime Minister.
Mr. Herath, now that's one view, okay? I'm just going to give you another view. I'm not a parliamentarian, obviously, right? So it's another view. I have watched here the record of the leader of the United National Party. He's never been able to win what he's won it once. He's never been able to win on his own a majority in Parliament, okay? And he's never, ever finished a full term. Now, in my suspicious mind, he has tweaked the 19th Amendment in such a way that you're virtually guaranteeing him a full term because it's a 4.5-year hold. And the people, we never voted for the 4.5 years, Mr. Herath.
No.
I think it's terribly wrong. On the one side, you're saying that this is right because there are whatever. But what about the provincial council elections? In some areas, around 1.5 years delayed. But that's being frustrated by Parliament.
I will explain that. The first thing is the RWs. The RW has another political career and political view, and sometimes he has a personal agenda that is not necessary to our party or the people of this country.
Yeah.
The majority people of our country needed to abolish the executive power. That's why the 62 lakhs people voted for MS,
Right.
Maithripala Sirisena. The main slogan was abolishing the executive powers.
Right.
The President Maithripala Sirisena promised to people, within 100 days, I will abolish these executive powers.
Right.
That's why people voted for him. But after appointing president, he tried to do not try to abolish the executive powers. He tried to only reduce some powers of executive.
Isn't that what the...
Because of...
Isn't it also the same thing that it also suited the United National Party to do the same thing?
No, that is not the necessity of the United Party.
But that's what they also wanted.
Reality.
They also had no commitment to why not the same commitment like they wanted to do with the 19th Amendment? Why didn't they support that move?
No. Who hold the majority of the parliament during that period? 162 members consist of UPFA. UNP had only 42 members. Yeah. We had only 3 members. The majority.
That is you're talking about right at the beginning.
Yeah.
January
during
2015.
that period. Actually, the 19th Amendment was passed during that period.
Yeah.
4th of April in 2015.
Yeah.
Some UPFA members saying that there are so many faults in 19th Amendment. There are so many errors and faults in 19th Amendment.
Do you agree?
I don't agree.
Right.
Actually, 19th Amendment is a progressive constitutional amendment. That's reducing the executive powers. That after 19th Amendment, the president cannot appoint IGP and some senior judges of the Supreme Court and Appeal Court alone. He cannot appoint alone.
Mr. Herath, on our program, we encourage people to send SMSs. 772.
But you ask so many questions,
yes,
but I have no time to explain it. Because I want to explain that the people
I will give you, but this is a question that looks like it's relevant. He says that they listen to what you're saying, but tell him that they couldn't field a proper candidate. And that's why they asked President Sirisena to contest for the presidency.
That's correct.
So now it sounds like you're a little bit ungrateful to Mr. Sirisena.
That's correct, because the UNP had the real powerful candidate in 2015.
They've not had a candidate since 2002.
They had candidates, but they cannot win.
Well, losing candidates.
Yeah,
all right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's the reason. That was the reason.
Yeah.
RW agreed to support Maithripala Sirisena,
Wouldn't
and
it have been better for
UNP
him to
supported to him.
Right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But we as a party, we wanted to use that scenario on behalf of the better of the Sri Lankan people.
Right.
That's why we also supported to bring the 19th Amendment to the Parliament.
Yeah.
Because as a party, we are in a straight principle.
Yeah.
If there is a chance, we have to take it to abolish or reduce the powers of the executive presidency.
Yeah.
As a result of
But we didn't have a national referendum, Mr. Herath.
No, it need not.
Why?
If we change the whole executive presidents, then we need a national referendum. That's why then government, the 100 days government, tried to reduce the executive powers only.
The 19th Amendment also, Mr. Herath,
Yeah.
was trying to mess about with the independence of the media. We had to go to court.
Not only you.
Yes,
but also
all the whole media.
yeah, there are some clauses. There were some clauses.
Yeah.
We removed that.
Yeah.
Not the final. If we take a final draft,
Yeah.
there is no such a clause.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, there are so many clauses.
Yeah.
Some agreed or some disagreed it. But after all discussions, the final stage, we all agreed to remove that clause, which
Right.
which was directly affected to media.
Right.
And there are some very important clause.
Like?
As a party, we included.
Right.
If some member,
Yeah.
after appointing by him by the people, the member cannot change his political party. If somebody change his political party,
Yeah.
his membership of the parliament will be abolished.
Yeah.
We included that sentence to 19th Amendment.
But it's not there.
Yeah, but the final stage, the Dinesh Gunawardena,
Yeah.
then the member of parliament, he opposed that clause. And he proposed to remove that clause from the 19th Amendment.
And you all agreed.
And Vijaydas Rajapaksa, he was the Minister of Judicial Affairs.
You're right.
He also agreed to remove that clause at the final stage. But as a party, we did not like it.
So
We wanted to include that sentence.
It's a terribly interesting conversation we're having with Mr. Vijitha Herath. Let's take a short break. We'll be back. Don't go away. After all, this is Newsline.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali.
And welcome back to Newsline. We're in conversation with Mr. Vijitha Herath. So back again to this issue about the 19th Amendment.
Actually, we took 4 months to prepare the 19th Amendment.
Right.
From 8th of the January in 2015, from 8th of the January and 4th of April.
Yeah.
Some people say that the 19th Amendment was brought within the one night.
Yeah.
That is totally incorrect.
Right.
Actually, there were so many discussions, so many debates.
I think about 139 different amendments.
Yeah, but
All on your feet, while you all were on your feet.
Lawyers, politicians, even SLFP members of parliament and UNP and our side, TNA and some other civil society individuals also participated that conversation.
Yeah.
Actually, the 19th Amendment was a collective agreement.
Yes, only one person didn't vote for it.
Yeah, only one, that's been Herath Faraz.
That's right.
He only opposed that 19th Amendment. 215 members voted for 19th Amendment.
Yeah.
The majority belongs to UPFA,
Right.
not the UNPO other parties.
Right.
162 members.
Right.
If there were so many errors, they could have taken another steps. They could have corrected it.
Yeah.
But they did not do that. Even Vasudeva Nanayakkara and Vimal Veeravansa and all other members of parliamentarians, UPFA parliamentarians,
Yeah.
they voted for 19th Amendment.
We have a viewer who is asking you, was the provision for an increase of ministers not in the bill as presented to Parliament? What is your definition of national government?
Actually, there was a problem. We raised that issue during that debate.
Yeah.
There was a wrong word in actually
Yeah.
in the when we clarify the 19th Amendment, the national government, they use some word. National government is this type of one. But we said that there is a mistake in that word. Therefore, you have to correct it. But they did not do that. All UN peers and SLF peers and other members agreed to continue that word.
So it looks like whenever the JVP is trying to make a good thing happen, you all are being frustrated by the others.
Actually,
what does it say about your
the problem was we have no more powers. At that time, we had only 3 members in the parliament. Though our arguments were strong and powerful, but we had no numbers. Therefore, using their majority numbers, they took their decisions.
There is a question, Mr. Herath, that says to ask you that the JVP is without principle and is opportunistic and trying to be a power broker in Sri Lankan politics.
No, we are not opportunistic. We are opportunistic on behalf of the people. We are not opportunistic to obtain some portfolio or some other beneficiaries from the government. Even this 50-day period, we did not take any beneficiaries from any side. We did our job on behalf of the people. That is our duty. That is our responsibility. But we did not bargain for a minister post and another chairman post or any other beneficiaries.
Okay, now back to the 19th Amendment, because everybody is asking about that. It is a joke for Mr. Herath to say that the referendum is required only if all the power of the president was being taken away. So, can we change 90% of the constitution without, or the president's powers, without a referendum?
We did it actually after preparing the 19th Amendment, some organizations, some individuals went before the court and they challenged it. Then the Supreme Court also removed some sentences. That means there are some clauses, the Parliament cannot pass those clauses without referendum. For another example, we brought 20th Amendment to the Parliament after the 19th Amendment. And some individuals went before the court and they challenged it. And Supreme Court said that there are so many clauses, those clauses cannot be passed by the Parliament without referendum. We agree that. Because of the 78 Constitution, there are some clauses. It compulsory wants to go before the referendum.
Right. Let's see. There are so many questions. In a democracy, majority prevails. So you...
wrong or right. That is the principle of the democracy. The basic principle of democracy says that the majority is the democracy.
There's another question.
Sometimes it may be wrong.
There's another question. It says here, is the JVP the red wing of the United National Party?
Now we have
you must have heard that question before.
So many times I have heard that.
And what's your reply?
JVP is a independent political party. We have identical principle and we have identical political program how to build Sri Lanka. We don't like to join with UNP or we don't like to join with SLF or any other party. As a political party, we want to build our country under the leadership of JVP.
But your JVP supported Mahinda Rajapaksa all those years ago.
2005. Why? We did not participate the Mahinda Rajapaksa government. We did not take any portfolio from that government. We supported Mahinda Rajapaksa because of RW's program. At that time, Ranil Wickremesinghe tried to had a friendship with Norway and other European countries, and he tried to bring some proposals to the LTT, the supporting to LTT, and to divide our country. At that time, we wanted to protect our country. That's why we supported MR to become as a president. But just after 1-2 years, we demanded from MR, we demanded to MR to do many actions on behalf of the people, but he did not do that. Only he did actually war. During the war period, we supported war completely. And for example, in 2007, if we want to topple down the MR government, we could have done it.
But you didn't because of the war.
We did not do that because of the country. If we voted against the budget, then the MR governments collapsed.
Please ask the Honourable Member of Parliament of the JVP, do they really feel that they will increase the number of seats in the upcoming parliamentary election because of your stance?
Yes, actually we hope and we appeal from the people, please join us without considering your past political party. Sometime you may be UNPers, you may be SLFers, and you may be Muslims or Tamils, but without considering your race or without considering your all political parties, please join us and we can build our country with the support of the people of our country.
Has the JVP apologized and said very sorry for all those bad things from the past?
Yes, actually, we did it.
Right.
We expressed it several times.
Is there any more room for anything like that?
Actually, that situation was arisen because of the wrong decisions of the J.R. Jayawardena leadership. But they banned our political party without proving any charges against us.
But now in the future, is there any room in your outlook for militancy?
No, there is no any chance go for a military access.
So have you embraced democracy fully?
We promised to the people we will not take any arms and ammunition to topple down this government. We use the democratic ways. All steps will be taken by us democratically, not militarily. We assure to the people.
And a viewer from Kandy is saying, you have not been able to increase your vote in a significant way since 1982. Is that because of your inflexible and dogmatic political philosophy?
Actually, that is wrong. We have increased our vote base. For example,
but it says not significantly. Debates. We might have to go to the Supreme Court to find out.
Somebody can say it is not significant. Somebody can say it is significant. For example, in 2015 general election, we obtained only 5,40,000 votes.
Right.
Just after 2 years, during last local government election, we obtained 7,10,000 votes.
Right.
So we have increased our vote base significantly. Within 2 years, we increased our vote base from by 2 lakhs.
Last and final question. Who backs you financially? Big business?
The people of our country. People of our country and so many progressive people of country give us money to continue our political activities. Not any UNPS. I know your question. You are asking the Malik Samarvikrama gives money to UNP. That is completely wrong. We reject it.
You have not got any money from Malik?
No.
Or from anybody from the UNP?
There are some progressive UNPs.
Right, but I also want to ask you this question, really last question. Any money from the bond scam coming to the party?
We were the party who revealed bond scam. our Member of Parliament Sunil Hadunetti, he was the person revealed the bond scam. Therefore, we do not want to take money from bond scam or any bribe activities.
So your security people didn't take checks and go and get it cashed?
No, we
Didn't make any phone calls to Arjun?
No, that's never happened that.
All right. Vijitha Herath, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. It's been a very interesting conversation. And thank you very much. We're sorry that in half an hour we can only do so much. So there you go. That's the end of the program. But please come. We have a longer program. It's called Face the Nation.
Yeah.
And come on there, and you'll have more time. And perhaps you ought to discuss this.
Within 30 minutes, I cannot explain everything.
That's true.
I will hope
That's
to
true.
participate
That's true.
in that thing. Okay,
Well,
thank you very much.
And that's the way it was on Newsline. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us, and take care. Have a great day, and God bless.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukut Ali.